Guys, can you say the words new champion? She did it. She became the new AEW Women's World Champion. Thunder Rosa is our new champion. And man, I could not be more proud of her. What a main event we had tonight for the AEW Women's World Championship. A steel cage match for the AEW Women's World Championship, and it was awesome. It was just awesome. Not better than their Lights Out match. I will say that. I feel like the Lights Out match was just a tad bit better, but it definitely came close. They killed it tonight, and I knew they always would. Props to those two ladies, bar none, Thunder Rosa and Dr. Britt Baker D.M.D. Absolutely killed it. Also, the Hardy Boyz, they made their AEW Tag Team Debut tonight against Private Party. And man, did Jeff look great. Champions and challengers faced off in trios action. And let's not forget that Moxley and Danielson, they're better than ever. They look better than ever, and they keep getting better and better. Chris Jericho is a sports entertainer, guys. I don't know if you know that, but he is a sports entertainer. Oh, and let's not forget Wardlow and MJF. That is 100% happening at Double or Nothing later on down the line, especially with what happened after tonight's match when Wardlow got cost the TNT Championship and his opportunity. We got so much to talk about here in this historic episode of AEW Dynamite. This is the only place that you need to be on your Wednesday night. Happy 3/16 day, everybody. This is Outside the Brand, and we will see you on the other side. Talk to you guys in just a bit. What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining us right here on Outside the Brand. This is your AEW Dynamite St. Patrick's Day Slam post show for March 16th, 2022. I am your host, Phil, and of course, this is Outside the Brand. Guys, tonight was a very, very special night. It was just very special. Many people were clamoring, were wondering, why the hell didn't Thunder Rosa win the AEW Women's World Championship at AEW Revolution just a couple of weeks ago? Why didn't Tony Khan just pull the trigger? Why didn't she just become the new AEW Women's World Champion right then and there? It's because of this. It's because of this very, very special moment that we all witnessed tonight here on AEW Dynamite. It was because of this special moment right here. Thunder Rosa's hometown of San Antonio, Texas, her adopted hometown. And now she is the new AEW Women's World Champion. And like I said in the open, I could not be more proud of her. Once we figured out that St. Patrick's Day Slam was vastly approaching us, and it turned out to be that it was going to be in San Antonio, Texas, in Thunder Rosa's hometown, I knew right then and there that we were going to have this kind of moment in the waiting. And we were going to have this moment for her. This was just an awesome night. Top to bottom, this show was fantastic. Crowd was hot all night. AEW is appointment television, whether anybody wants to believe it or not. They have not been missing on any of these shows for what seems to be like months and months on end. Everything about this show was just perfect tonight. We had the Hardy Boyz debuting. We had MJF costing Wardlow the AEW TNT Championship. We had this amazing main event between Thunder Rosa and Dr. Britt Baker. Everything about this was fantastic. Everything about this night was for the ladies, and they had an incredible matchup. Like, this was, bar none, one of the best AEW Dynamites of the year, and it's not even close. It is not even close. I was hoping to have somebody to bounce back off things tonight. Hopefully somebody can join on in very, very soon. But this was just fantastic tonight, and you know, at the end of the day, I'm just super proud. I'm just super proud of Thunder. I'm super proud of the Dr. Britt Baker D.M.D. I'm just super proud. That's all I can really say about this night. This was fantastic. And at the end of the day, you can't just not be proud of this moment. You can't just not be proud of this moment. I am legitimately trying to find the words in order to I'm putting something on my Instagram story right now. No, sorry about this, guys, but I gotta make sure that Thunder Rosa knows that I was watching tonight. Congratulations. Easy. Done. Okay. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to do that. This was fantastic. This was awesome. I'm wondering who our first opponent is going to be. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. What will the AEW women's division be looking like now with Thunder Rosa as the new AEW Women's World Champion? What does Dr. Britt Baker do from here? Who's Thunder's first challenger? We're all going to be talking about that tonight here on Outside the Brand. But I want to thank you guys so much for joining us right here on Outside the Brand for episode 153 for March 16th, 2022. Like I said, happy 316 day, everybody. Crack open a cold one on me tonight. And it's going to be a good show tonight. So, guys, thank you guys so much for joining us right here on Outside the Brand. Follow us on social media. All the TikTok links are down in the description below. I want you guys to just talk about everything tonight in the live chat. You guys just go at it, have fun, and let's just crack open a cold one on me tonight. If you guys want to talk to me on social media as the show is going on, you guys can follow me at @PhillyMail_. That's Twitter and Instagram. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. That way you never miss when we go live. Make sure hit that thumbs up button down below as well. Today, for this very special review, if you're happy that Thunder Rosa is the new AEW Women's World Champion, hit that thumbs up. Let's try to get this stream to 12 likes minimum on tonight's stream for Thunder Rosa. This is a fantastic, fantastic show, and it should be treated as such. 12 likes minimum on the show for tonight's live stream on OTB. Oh my God. Hitting that thumbs up, like I said, is the best way to help the video get out there for everybody. And it just helps out the video a lot, and we love that you guys are here each and every single week. I want you guys to go get your t-shirts. Bonfire.com, the exclusive home of Outside the Brand and its merchandise. You guys got t-shirts, hoodies, face masks, and for you coffee lovers out there, you got coffee mugs for you guys right there on Bonfire.com, the exclusive home of Outside the Brand and its merchandise. What I want you guys to do now, though, is if you missed anything on the channel over the past couple of weeks, you guys can go to the homepage of the channel and you guys can watch anything that you may have missed. Our Monday Night Raw review from Monday night is on the channel right now, so go check it out. It's on the homepage of the channel for you to enjoy. I want you guys, I already mentioned the bonfire.com stuff, but if you guys want to get some merchandise, you guys can go do that right now. Bonfire.com, the exclusive home of Outside the Brand and its merchandise. If you want to rep OTB on the go, go get your merchandise right there on bonfire.com. Finally, before we get into the review tonight, I just want to thank you guys. All the OTB supporters have been killing it as of late. And, we see you guys. We see what you're doing each and every single stream, and we could not be more proud of what this community has become. So thank you guys so much. We love you guys, and we're going to continue doing this no matter what. So thank you guys so much. We'll talk to you guys. We love this, and this is just the beginning. So let's get right into the review, guys. Thank you so much for joining us right here on OTB. Let's get right into AEW Dynamite St. Patrick's Day Slam 2022. Okay. We kick things off tonight in trios action. Hangman Adam Page and Jurassic Express take on the team of Adam Cole and reDRagon. This match is great. This match is fantastic. From top to bottom, this was an awesome trios match. One that you guys would not want to miss. We're coming back from commercial break in picture, and Jungle Boy hits a clothesline on O'Reilly, tags in Luchasaurus, who runs wild. Luchasaurus with a German to O'Reilly, kip up, super kick to Cole, chokeslam to O'Reilly, chokeslam to Fish, and a standing moonsault cover for a 2 count. Luchasaurus with a big uppercut. Jungle Boy dives, but Cole hits him with a super kick. O'Reilly with a leg bar on Luchasaurus, pretty much a heel hook on Luchasaurus, and Cole locks in a guillotine on Hangman Adam Page. Page then falls onto O'Reilly, breaking up the submission, both submissions rather, and then Page and Cole with some strikes back and forth towards each other. Cole with pump kicks, Page hits a deadeye, and Fish with a super kick, Luchasaurus with a headbutt, Jungle Boy, I was going to say Thunder Boy, wow, Jungle Boy with a DDT, a tornado DDT, and then Page with a big lariat to Adam Cole. Page, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus had a double Doomsday device, which looked fantastic. Jungle Boy covers for a 2 count, Fish tags in, Page with a big boot, Jungle Boy tags in, reDRagon hit the high-low, and then Cole hits the boom and covers for the win. Adam Cole and reDRagon pick up the win, and it was a great match. Adam Cole pinned one half of the AEW Tag Team Champions versus Challengers. It was awesome. I usually don't like AEW or any champion losing for that matter, but this was fantastic, and I could not be. This was just too good of a match to really criticize anything of it. This was great, and we'll see these 6 go at it again soon, for sure. Adam Cole and Adam Page are not done with each other. And reDRagon and Jurassic Express, I'd love to see that tag team match, so give it to me right now. Cole smirks and Page as Cole celebrates with reDRagon after the big win. Oh, for sure, Aiden. For sure. reDRagon will most likely definitely get a future AEW Tag Team Championship opportunity down the line, for sure. Tony Schiavone is with Keith Lee, Ricky Starks, and Powerhouse Hobbs. Starks says that it must be Lee's lucky day, knowing that it's 3/16 and that it's St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. But if Keith Lee goes to Rampage this week, they will stomp him out just like they did last week. Lee laughs them off and says, "See you on Friday." We come back from commercial break and we have a video package of Chris Statlander, who is wiping off the alien makeup that she has. Chris Statlander is wiping off this alien-like persona, and she's becoming more humanized. And I like that. I like that. We're seeing a little bit of a humanization for Chris Statlander. This is going to be something new. This is going to be something fresh for Chris. And I think she can pull it off. She can definitely pull it off. She's got the in-ring talent. Let's give her a mic. Let's see what she can do promo-wise and have her become more humanized as a character. I like it. So let's continue to see it. Bryan Danielson makes his entrance accompanied by Mr. William Regal. And Regal joins the commentary booth. Moxley then hits the ring next. Best Friends music hits, and they bring out Chuck Taylor and Wheeler Yuta, accompanied by Orange Cassidy, Trent, and Danhausen, who's very nice, but also very evil. We had the tag team match of Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson taking on the team of Chuck Taylor and Wheeler Yuta. This is also a really good tag match. From the picture-in-picture break, Taylor hit a high knee and then tags in Yuta. Yuta hits an enziguri running forearm, and Moxley with a forearm of his own, then a massive lariat. Wheeler hit a German cover for a 2 count. Then Wheeler hit a couple of elbow strikes in the corner. Moxley hits a lariat. Danielson and Moxley hit a heart attack cover for a 2 count. Taylor then throws Moxley into the barricade. Moxley bites Taylor and hits a paradigm shift on the outside. I keep thinking about Thunder Rosa. I'm so happy for Thunder tonight. I can't stop thinking about it. Danielson with kicks to Yuta. And then Yuta powers down in his forearms to both Moxley and Thunder Rosa. Not Thunder Rosa. Jesus Christ. Danielson. I'm sorry. I'm just too happy for Thunder Rosa. Danielson hits a suplex cover for a 2 count. Yuta chants are actually happening. Danielson traps the arm and stomps in Yuta. Moxley then tags in, locks in the Bulldog choke, and Yuta taps out. Regal then enters the ring and shakes the hand of Moxley and Danielson. As best friends leave, Yuta turns his back and he walks back to the ring. I'm sorry, Aiden. I'm sorry. But Yuta walks back into the ring. Yuta offers Regal a handshake, but Regal slaps the fuck out of Yuta. And Regal nods and tells Yuta, "Good job. Now turn around before it gets ugly." Yuta goes back to join Best Friends. Wheeler Yuta is going to join that faction. There's something about that was completely... I mean, that was done for a reason. Let's just put it that way. Wheeler Yuta is going to join Moxley and Danielson. And honestly, that's great. That's great. Moxley and Bryan wanted to mold the young stars of this company. Start off with Wheeler Yuta. This was great. This was great. And the part of Regal just slapping the fuck out of Wheeler doing that was just the start, and that was awesome to do it. I hope Daniel Garcia becomes a pro wrestler again and joins Bryan and Mox. Daniel Garcia would be a great acquisition to this as well. Really, because I love Daniel Garcia. I think Daniel Garcia is a fantastic talent. I would not be minding that at all either. Tony Schiavone is with FTR, and FTR says that totally checked out. He lost focus, and then the Young Bucks enter and says that FTR should fire their stylists and their barbers. I don't know what the barbers part were about, but that's the Young Bucks for you. The Bucks say that FTR will always be the second best tag team in AEW. They also said you can hire the best there is, the best there was for a manager, but even that won't save you now. That was a huge shot for Bret the Hitman Hart coming on in. And honestly, if Bret Hart was the new manager for FTR, you're not seeing me bat an eye. That would be fantastic. That would be great. They released him due to budget cuts. That is terrible. That is terrible. But true. We come back from commercial break and the Acclaimed are backstage. Caster says that he will beat Keith Lee in the main event of Rampage. And then Team Taz interrupts. Stark says that it's their duty now to take Lee out, and it's their time to shine, as they just want to put Lee in their place for all the newcomers coming in and taking AEW down. Swerve Scott then enters the ring. Well, not enters the ring, but enters backstage and says, listen, I turned AEW Rampage into Swerve's house. Swerve's house. Up next, we have the Jericho Appreciation Society and their commencement speech. And Lee says that you guys love that song, right? Jericho is the reason that you love it. If it was up to him, then he would take Judas away and there would be no sing-along, but that's why Jericho is the better man. Parker then says that Jericho deserves to be idolized for his contributions and for just being a human being. Jericho gets on the mic and says that Earth has been around for 4 billion years and we are lucky to be living in the Chris Jericho era. If there was no Jericho, there would be no AEW. You're welcome. The fans don't appreciate him. The roster doesn't appreciate him. The inner circle never appreciated him. Kingston embarrassed him by making him tap out at AEW Revolution. They don't appreciate him, but the men in the ring do. The Jericho Appreciation Society, not like the rest of AEW is not like the rest of the AEW roster because they are just pro wrestlers. Pro wrestlers have never been successful. Jericho says that he is not a wrestler, he is a sports entertainer. Daniel Garcia takes the mic and says that, listen, if Jericho's a sports entertainer, then so am I. Jericho says that he donated thousands of dollars to an independent wrestler who he had never heard of. That man was Daniel Garcia. 2.0 is no longer their names. That is a stupid name from Bad Creative. but they'll be going by their new names from now on. Magic Daddy Mike Maynard and Cool Head Jeff Parker. Jericho tells a story of his old best friend Kevin, who is Kevin Owens, by the way, if you guys didn't realize that, asking him to put Parker and Ali on the Talk is Jericho podcast. Hager has had his back since 2010. He is the closest advisor, the hand of the king. Hager says that this is the JAS and we beat up professional wrestlers. Oh, Angelo Parker. Oh, well, they wrote it down wrong then. Angelo Parker. Hager says that they are the JAS and they beat up professional wrestlers. Jericho calls himself the last true genius of this industry. This is the day that a new era begins in AEW, the era of the sports entertainer. This is the Jericho Appreciation Society, and that is entertainment. Perfect. Now we know why this is a thing. Now we know why the Jericho Appreciation Society exists. This was perfect. This was great. Everything about this was fantastic. You have Jericho 2.0, Daniel Garcia, and Jake Hager. They all came from the sports entertainment world. They all came from WWE. Well, no, I don't think Daniel Garcia was, but you get my point. Everybody besides Daniel Garcia here was from WWE. They left or got fired, however you want to put it. And they're not professional wrestlers. They're not. They know that AEW is a world of professional wrestling, but they know where they came from. And that is sports entertainment. They are going to beat up professional wrestlers because sports entertainment is where their hearts are at. This was great. This was just great to see. And the thing is, the fact that they're using the sports entertainment thing in AEW when it comes to the Jericho Appreciation Society, Vince McMahon has to be fucking livid right now, and he has to be just irate over everything about it. And you know what? I love it. I love it. The fact that Jericho is using the sports entertainment stuff in this new stable with the Jericho Appreciation Society means that this whole sports entertainment shit is gonna get more out there, and people are gonna be realizing what the hell this is all about. This was just great. Everything about this was fantastic, and nobody can tell me otherwise. The Jericho Appreciation Society will be a major success. Just like the Inner Circle was. Just like the Inner Circle was a major success in AEW, the Jericho Appreciation Society will follow suit. The Jericho Appreciation Society will be following suit. It'll get 2.0 over, it'll get Daniel Garcia over, and obviously Jake Hager's there to be the big guy, the powerhouse, and everything like that. But it'll get 2.0 and Daniel Garcia over at the end of the day, and that is why Jericho wanted to do this. Jericho wanted to do the Inner Circle to make Sammy Guevara and LAX proud and powerful, Santana and Ortiz. Now, not only just relevant, but he wanted to get them over, and he did with them. Now that they're over and done with, they can take their ball and they can run with it. Now when Jericho is done with 2.0 with Daniel Garcia, they can take their ball, they can run with it, and they'll be better off for it. This was fantastic. Everything about it was great. We come back after a video package for Serena Deeb and Hikaru Shida with the TNT Championship match. Scorpio Sky defending against Wardlow. Great match here. Wardlow hit a chokeslam, and then Wardlow gestures for a powerbomb, and then he hits one. Wardlow then hit another powerbomb on Scorpio, and then a third. Lambert then gets up on the apron and goes down when Wardlow faces off with him. On the outside, Shawn Spears enters down the ramp. Wardlow faces him, and MJF comes out of nowhere and pushes Wardlow into the ring post. Scorpio then hits a quick roll-up for a 3 count, and he retains the AEW TNT Championship. Wardlow now costs the AEW TNT Championship by MJF. Great stuff. With this, it pretty much confirms it, all but confirms that we are going to get MJF and Wardlow at Double or Nothing in Vegas when that pay-per-view does come to fruition. And we still have Scorpio Sky as a TNT champion. Great. You're not getting a complaint out of me because Wardlow and MJF is going to be a great match at Double or Nothing. And honestly, this was just the right call. You weren't going to have Wardlow win the TNT Championship here. You just weren't. There was something about this that ultimately just knew that we were going to have Scorpio Sky retain the championship. And it was better off for it. It really is. American Top Team is staring down at Wardlow. MJF watches on. Wardlow then fights them all off, but then faces MJF. MJF tries to leave, but Wardlow grabs him, tries to set up for a powerbomb, but Spears hits him with a steel chair. American Top Team then beat down Wardlow. Spears hit Wardlow with a couple more chair shots. MJF pays off Lambert and then puts on the diamond ring. And then he hits Wardlow with the Dynamite Diamond Ring. Come back from a commercial break, and Alex Marvez is with Jade Cargill and Mark Sterling. They just ask, who's ready to be lucky number 31? Because now, I believe she is 30-0 in AEW. He said 31 for the lucky number, but I think she may be 29-0, and he just said 31. I'm gonna look that up right now. That way, I don't feel like an idiot. Yeah, she's 29-0. So he said 31, but he meant 30. Who's ready to be lucky number 30? Private Party make their entrance, and out come the Hardy Boyz next. It's the Hardy Boyz taking on Private Party, and man, was this good. The Hardys are over as fuck. No, I mean, they were never going to be over. Guys, let's face it. They're not over. The Hardy Boyz aren't over now. They are a dead act. Tony Khan, I don't even know why you signed him. I don't. I don't even know why you signed the Hardy Boyz. The Hardy Boyz are dead acts. They're not over. I'm only joking, guys. I'm only joking. The Hardy Boyz are fantastic. They They looked great. Everything about this tag match was great. The fact that Private Party were facing their idols tonight in the Hardy Boyz, they had to have been through the roof. They had to have been ecstatic. They looked great against the Hardy Boyz too. Everything about this was great, and I loved every second of it. Jeff runs wild with clotheslines, atomic drops, drop kicks, elbow drops, and covers for a 2 count. Jeff then hits a Russian leg sweep into a cover for a 2 count. Then he hits a front suplex, takes off his shirt, and then goes to the top rope. Quinn tries to push him off, but Jeff attacks back. Matt then hits the side effect, and then Jeff hits he just hits a splash. It was funny. On commentary, JR and Tony Schiavone were thinking that he was going to go for the Swanton Bomb, but then when he just hit a normal splash, they were like, "Oh, wait a second!" And they said, "We all thought he was going for a Swanton." But yeah, he just hit a splash, covers for a 2 count. Cassidy then skips a twist of fate, goes for a silly string, but the Hardys dodge, and then they both hit a double twist of fate. Jeff Hardy then climbs to the top rope. He hits a Swanton Bomb, and Jeff covers for the win. Jeff Hardy got his first win in AEW, and the Hardy Boyz get their first win as a tag team here in AEW. Jeff did amazing. Jeff did great. Now, I said this on my TikTok live, and I don't know if all of you guys were there or not, but whether this was an elaborate plan for Jeff Hardy to get out of his WWE contract to join his brother or not, that's irrelevant at this point. That's irrelevant at this point. Whether it was an elaborate plan or not, you just can't not be happy for these guys. Jeff Hardy wanted to be with family. Jeff Hardy is better with his brother Matt beside him. And like I said, whether this was an elaborate plan to get him out of his contract with WWE, that's besides the point right now. This right here is what he wanted. And you can just see the emotion on both of these guys' face. This is what they were waiting for. The final run of the Hardys, Aiden, is going to be fantastic. They will be future AEW Tag Team Champions, because that is the only Tag Team Championship they have left to accomplish. They will be the Tag Team Champions, and this is just going to be a great final run. Everywhere they go, this right here is going to be a special moment that everybody is going to want to witness. The final moments of the Hardy Boyz' career is something special, and everybody should be behind it. Like I said, whether this was an elaborate plan to get Jeff Hardy out, that's neither here or there at this point. This is what we've all been waiting for, and this was a very, very special moment tonight. Everything about this was great, and Jeff Hardy looked fantastic. Hell, Matt even looked better. Matt had more pep in the step tonight. Matt rarely has this. When he was with the Hardy family office, we didn't see this type of Matt Hardy. We didn't. This type of Matt Hardy is because Jeff is here. The Hardy Boyz are better together. Whether anybody wants to believe it or not, they are better together, and this is a direct result from that. As the Hardy Boys celebrate, the Andrade family office come on out. They circle the ring, surrounding the Hardys, but Darby's music hits, and Darby and Sting even the odds. The AFO then back down and just walk up the entrance ramp. Tony Schiavone is with Red Velvet, and Velvet says that Layla has changed, but she stuck up for her. Seeing what Hirsch has become, Velvet will put an end to it this Friday on Rampage. The steel cage lowers from the ceiling, and it is time. The AEW Women's World Championship is on the line inside a steel cage match. Dr. Britt Baker D.M.D take on Thunder Rosa and Mare. This was fantastic. Aiden said even though he loved hanging with Private Party and the whole Hardy family office thing, he feels even more happy with Jeff. 100%. 100%. The Hardys are better together. And that's just what it comes down to. Like I said, whether it was an elaborate plan or not, that's neither here or there at this point. This is what we all came for. The Hardy Boys being together. Now, this was a fantastic steel cage match for the AEW Women's World Championship. I do not want to take that lightly at all. This was great. This was great. And Thunder Rosa becoming a new AEW Women's World Champion. At the end of the day, that's what we all came here for. Tonight was all about this match. Tonight was all about the ladies. And this is just a very, very special moment for Thunder Rosa. Hell, even for Britt Baker. This was a historic run by Britt Baker in the AEW Women's World Championship. And she's held that championship with grace and with honor. And now it's just time for somebody new. And this was great. Baker with a back elbow. Baker then hit a super kick, but Rosa moves and she accidentally hits the ref. Rosa then hits a roll-up for no referee count because the referee was knocked out. Rosa then hits a Fire Thunder driver, covers, and then the crowd was chanting 1 through 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rosa climbs up to the top, and then Baker interrupts with steel chair shots. Baker then stacks all the chairs up on top of each other, and they climb to the rope, to the top rope. Baker then hits an avalanche air raid crash onto the steel chairs. Looked fantastic. She yells for another referee to come out. Aubrey Edwards then comes out. She hits the ring, and she goes for the cover and covers for a 2 count. Does the Doctor. Strikes back and forth. Baker then gets in Aubrey's face. Aubrey shouts back at her, and Baker stacks up 4 chairs. Not even really 4 chairs. Everything. Pretty much every steel chair was stacked on top of each other like a leaning tower of steel chairs. And she was just getting ready for a big spot up until this point. So she stacks up the chairs. Baker then goes for another air raid crash, but Thunder then fights out, strikes back and forth on the top turnbuckle, and then Thunder throws Baker face first into the steel cage, and then Baker falls onto the steel chairs back first, and Rosa covers for a 2 count. Baker then goes under the ring and pulls out a bag of thumbtacks. We all know the black bag symbolizing thumbtacks. It was bound to happen. It was just about that time. She hits Rosa in the face with a bag and spreads them out across the ring. Baker with a back body drop onto the thumbtacks. Baker then covers for a 2 count. Baker then goes for the lockjaw, but Thunder bites her hand, and then Rosa smashes Baker's hand into the thumbtacks, which was great. It was a great looking visual, and it just made sense for the match. Rosa then hits a power bomb into the thumbtacks. Looked great. And then Thunder hit the Fire Thunder driver onto the thumbtacks, and that's how she wins the World Championship. 1, 2, 3. Thunder Rosa is the new AEW Women's World Champion. She cries as she's holding the championship because of the high emotional take that it just took for her to get to the spot. Confetti falls from the ceiling as Rosa celebrates. Dustin Rhodes appears in the ring, and he just congratulates Thunder on a very special match as Dynamite goes off the air and fades to black as Thunder Rosa becomes the new AEW Women's World Champion. Just a great night. It was a great night. Now, a lot of people were asking me why the hell is Dustin out there? Dustin was the one to bring Thunder Rosa in. Dustin Rhodes was the one to bring Thunder into AEW. He was the one to introduce everybody to Thunder Rosa. He was the one to pretty much say, "Hey, Thunder, take a look at this. Take a look at this company real quick. Take a look at what we are building here." And he was just the one that brought her in. So it just made perfect sense to have Dustin be there to celebrate with her, and it was just a great moment for the both of them, knowing how they even really came up together with all of this. So this was just great to see. This was just fantastic, and I keep saying this, and I keep saying it because it's true. I just could not be more proud of Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa deserves this. Thunder Rosa knows that she deserves this. Thunder Rosa has been killing it for the better part of her entire career here in AEW, for the better part of her career, period. She's been wanting to be a world champion in the company. Now she is one. Thunder Rosa deserves this in every sense of the word. But not only does she deserve this, she's earned this. She's earned every single bit of this. She earned that lights out match with Britt, and she's earned this steel cage match with Britt in ways that everybody knows. Thunder Rosa is the new AEW Women's World Champion. Now, what happens here, I don't know. The AEW Women's Division is going to be vastly different with her as champion. I believe with this match, Dr. Britt Baker will take a leave of absence. I think she'll step away for a little bit. I think she deserves more of an opportunity to just step back and just rest for a bit. Britt Baker has been carrying this division on her back, and that's not even me saying that because I'm a huge Britt Baker fan. She has been carrying this division on her back for the better part of her entire championship reign, and she deserves a little bit of a break. The AEW Women's World Championship and this division is going to be vastly different with her as with Thunder as champion, and honestly, we need a little bit of a different feel for this. This was great, and I don't know what happens here. I don't know who's going to be her first challenger, but with everything coming around of the for the Owen Hart Cup tournament, I guarantee you we're going to be seeing Ember Moon. I guarantee you we're going to be seeing Mia Yim. I guarantee you we're going to be seeing girls like Toni Storm, Tegan Knox, and many others joining into the fray as the AEW Women's Division continues to grow and grow. The Owen Hart Cup is going to be fantastic for this AEW Women's Division because it's going to bring in new faces, it's going to bring in new stars, and it's going to bring in new people to face for Thunder Rosa as the new AEW Women's World Champion. This was fantastic. This was great. And at the end of the day, I could not be more proud of both of these women. Both of them. Both of them deserve our admiration because Thunder Rosa was obviously fantastic. She is the new world champion. And Britt Baker, she was killing it all this time. And now she can take a look back at this championship reign, knowing that she did great for this division and knowing that she did great for Thunder Rosa to lead this division into the future. That's all I have to say about that. Was this better than their lights out match last year at St. Patrick's Day Slam? In my opinion, it was very close. It was very close, but I think the edge just goes to that unsanctioned lights out match because of the importance of it. That was the beginning of this 1 year journey, of this 1 year story between these two. And yeah, like I think the lights out match was just a tad bit better, but man, that does not take away from anything of what these ladies have done here in this steel cage match, because the steel cage match was just as good. It was just as good. We loved it. Thank you so much for doing this, Thunder and Britt Baker. We love you. We appreciate you. Thunder, go kill it in the AEW Women's Division because you are and you have already been killing it. And Britt, take a rest, girl. You deserve it. You deserve it after everything that you've been put through in this AEW Women's Division. You have earned this. You've earned a little bit of a rest. Take that time to rest, to heal, and then come back ready to take that championship once again. This was just a beautiful match. Everything about it was great. Everything about this Dynamite was great. We loved every single second of this. And the thing is, at the end of the day, these special episodes of Dynamites, like a Grand Slam, like a St. Patrick's Day Slam, like the Thanksgiving Eve bash and everything of these special events for Dynamite. This is what it's meant for. This is what it's meant for. Moments like this, moments that will live on in AEW history forever. Moments like this will be going on to the archives for AEW for the future. Moments like this we'll probably be able to relive once AEW does have a future streaming service. Once AEW finally has that library to show us and to share with us. Because trust me, there's a reason why Tony Khan has been like filming all of this. Like there's a reason for all of that, and we're getting ready for that service. We're getting ready for that streaming service, whether that be HBO Max like it's rumored, or whether that be with somebody else. There's a reason why Tony Khan has been doing this, and there's a reason. This is it, to relive these moments. This was great. We love it. I can't stop saying that. I couldn't be more proud, but that's only because it's true. We love it. Thank you guys so much for joining us right here on Outside the Brand. If you guys enjoyed what you guys have heard tonight, hit that thumbs up button as hard as you possibly can. Turn on the bell for all notifications. That way you never miss when we go live. Go to bonfire.com, the exclusive home of Outside the Brand and its merchandise. Hit that subscribe button. as we are on the road to 400 subscribers. I am manifesting it right now. We're going to be at least close to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. By the end of the year, we're going to be as close to 1,000, if not to 1,000 already, for subscribers by the end of the year. We love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We're right here on Outs of the Brand. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And let me know in the comments after this video gets published to YouTube how you enjoyed this show tonight. We love it. Thank you so much. And we'll talk to you guys soon. We'll talk to you on Friday for SmackDown and Rampage. Have a good night, guys. Peace out. We the ones.